Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. I hope everybody's doing good, man. It's another beautiful day in Zamunda. Another beautiful day here in Panama City. Very nice day today. It was good because I didn't have a lot of people trolling me today, so it was a good day. I did run to the store and try to do some shopping. I had to grab some things that I needed. Bought some. I'm gonna show you guys. I bought some boxers. Because I don't be playing, man. I do try to wash my behind about 2 or 3 times a day if I can. Because it be so humid. The humidity is no joke. The humidity is no joke. But it's good though because you get to sweat, and sweating is a good form of detoxing to get a lot of the stuff, the impure stuff out of your body. So it is kind of good to sweat. I know a lot of people don't like to sweat. I think it's good. Like here, I can see a lot of people are very focused on their health. Here, a lot of people, you can see a lot of people work out. You see there's a lot of gyms. A lot of people you can see they look like they're in shape. There's just a small few that you would see that, look like, but you don't really see too many obese people. No disrespect, all right? And we have to try and do stuff now to take care of our health. Health is important, you know what I'm saying? But what's that saying? Health is wealth. Health is wealth. I did my little video today. I was not trying to, my short. I hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. I really hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. I did not do my video. I don't do my videos with the intention of hurting anybody's feelings. I just do them. And it just seems that people are around. When I do my videos, people just seem to be around sometimes. All right? I'm not trying to make everybody a movie star or put them in part of my stuff, but sometimes people just pop up out of nowhere. Sometimes people just pop up out of nowhere. All right? I think that's an amazing ability, right? To just manifest yourself like out of nowhere. I've seen it done. Don't call me crazy. I've seen it done. It is amazing. Sometimes I'll be like waiting for, I don't know, for the elevator or something, and then I'll turn around and somebody's like right behind me. I'm like, where did you come from? In my mind, I'm thinking that, like, where did you come from? I didn't even see you walk up. You just somebody's behind me. So it's amazing. These abilities are amazing. Chosen Ones. Oh yeah, let me show you. This is the T-shirt that I got. Let me show you the T-shirt. This is the T-shirt I got. I thought it was cool. I think it says Endless Expedition, but only got the UFO and I think that planet is that Saturn? Don't come for me. I'm not worshiping that stuff. I just thought the T-shirt was cool. So you can see what it says. All right. I like to share stuff with you guys, especially to my chosen ones. If my chosen ones are getting a chance to see it. And I got some boxers, of course, because I be, going through boxes like trying to wash my behind. I don't like to feel sweaty and sticky, especially when I'm about to go to sleep. And I bought these shorts right here too. Star Wars. In a galaxy far, far away. Yoda. I think that's Baby Yoda. Yeah, it's Baby Yoda. Yeah, Baby Yoda. Is it Manchurian? It says, wherever I go, he goes. This is the way. Yeah, I think that's, yeah. I didn't get to, I know there's a new movie that came out, and I didn't really watch the show like that. I don't want to lie to you. I do have some socks. I'm not sure if I bought the Manchurian socks. That would match my little shorts. But yeah, Baby Yoda. I just wanted to say real quick, man. With the whole Baby Yoda stuff, I think the Manchurian. Don't let me not get it wrong. I think the Manchurian. I think his job was to kind of protect him and then to bring him somewhere. I'm not sure. Maybe to his I don't know his home planet, or I don't know. I didn't watch the series. Don't come for me. But I think the good book says, "Suffer the little children to come unto me, because such is the kingdom of the Most High." Suffer not the little children to come unto me, because such is the kingdom of the Most High. All right. I think the Most High loves children, and please don't come for me, because I'm not with the weird stuff. All right. Despite what you guys have heard or what has been speculated about me, I'm not that type of person. I am not that type of person. Never was. I'm not, and never will be. All right? Never was and never will be. All right? Children are special. They're important. I think especially when they're young, they're the most connected to source. That's when children are most vulnerable. That's why parents are important. It is so nice to see a mother and father and child. And I told you that in some ancient teachings that was a form of a trinity. That was a form of trinity. All right? Before your child knows anything about religion, your child knows you. Mom and dad. They depend on you. All right? For shelter, for food, substance, all right? Protection. Share with you guys a quick story. When my youngest, when he was a baby, Lord knows I miss my children. When my youngest, when he was a baby, he would let me hold him. I think he was about, at that time, he was about maybe 5 or 6 months. Yeah, he's about 5 or 6 months. And he adored his mom. When I say adored his mom, I mean like he knew that, no disrespect, he knew that his mom was his food source, right? Because at that time she was nursing him, right? So he didn't really like to come to me unless his stomach was full. If he was fed and he's good, then he'd be like, all right, Dad, I can come chill with you, play with you now. But if I would pick him up or take him from his mom, he'll look at me and then he'll lead him right back to his mom. Like he's like, I ain't getting in to eat yet. All right, and I used to think that was funny. I used to laugh at my son at the time. All right. I say that to say this. In the Doctor's Sleep is a very disturbing movie. Even though it is a movie and it is entertaining, we have children that are very, very special, and I think it's scary that children that are talented or children that have a shine, like in the movie they said The Shine, become targets. We watch that movie as entertainment, but in a real life situation, people have documented numbers and they can tell you how many children go missing in certain countries. They can give you a precise number of children that goes missing in certain countries. That has always disturbed me. And even though I look at the movie and I see it as entertainment, I do look at it, I do analyze it from a metaphysical standpoint. I think we should do more and do better in protecting our children. It's a lot of children that go missing. But the Dr. Sleep movie is very, very disturbing to me. Looking back at it now, it's very, very disturbing to me. I told you guys that because of our melanin, we are worth more than we're worth more than gold. We're valued more than gold. I got my little Richie Rich pin. Who used to watch Richie Rich? I love that. I love that cartoon. I used to watch it as a kid. The original Richie Rich was Tutankhamun. The original Richie Rich was Tutankhamun. Chosen ones, enlightened ones, people with a soul. How much do you think you're worth? How much do you think that your shine is worth? How much do you think that your shine is worth? Let me not forget what I wanted to say too. I just posted it on my, where did I put my phone? I just posted it on my, here it is. I just posted it on my little YouTube joint. I just posted it. Let's see if I can pull it up. I posted 2 scriptures. So the first one I posted was be fruitful and multiply. That's coming from Genesis chapter 1 verse 28. And it is reference to God's command to humanity during creation, right? Meaning bring forth more children, or bring forth more life to the world, right? Through union, of course, through a man and woman, husband and wife, whatever the case may be, and children and a family. All right. And the next scripture is, you will know them by their fruits. You will know them by their fruits. That is coming from Matthew chapter 7, verse 16. Jesus speaking in the Sermon on the Mount. Jesus speaking in the Sermon on the Mount. Now, I don't want to interpret anything for you because a lot of people have their own interpretations. So when people say you'll know them by their fruits, I'm not thinking about everyday actions or everyday consequences or everyday emotions. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about people. You'll know them by their fruits. Because if it's saying be fruitful and multiply, fruits would then be people. You will know them by their people. I want to say condolences to a lot of people around the world that is suffering and going through things at this time. I don't think anything that's happening is funny around the world. I know some people laugh and they try to make light of certain situations, but there are real things happening. There's genocide being committed. There's little children suffering because they have lost parents. They've lost loved ones, right? But my condolences to people that's around the world that are going through things. People that's been affected by earthquakes, floods, storms, I guess wildfires. That seems to be a thing, which is very, very disturbing to me, right? Vegetation. Vegetation plays a crucial role in our breathing, all the smoke and then all the chemicals that also that is being sprayed in the skies, no disrespect, and then that is then trickled down to vegetation. So when a fire happens now, yes, that air, because you have to think that those chemicals probably have been sitting and been set on those vegetations for a long time, because there's no especially places where there's no civilization, people don't live there. Unless there are people living off grid in these areas, I feel sorry for people that's living off grid in those areas, right? Those places, their homes, or where their I guess their situation is probably affected by it, right? People that live in cabins and probably have solar powered and probably have water wells, and they probably become self-sufficient. Right, but they're affected by it. But my heart goes out to everybody that's around the world that's affected by a lot of things, right? I'm not cruel in that way, and people that are affected by these wars, right? By the warmongers, right? War can do funny things to people. War can do funny things to people. This is why I very, very cautious and mindful sometimes, because after I went to war, I've seen and I've heard things from people, and you have to understand that some of these children that grow up in environments of war, they become different adults when they grow up. They look at life differently, right? They look at life differently. And if say a war happened, say decades ago, right? You don't know the mindset of some of these people and how they feel about your country or your nation. No disrespect. I just want to be real and realistic, right? And over time, if these once young children that were affected by warfare now become adults, you don't know who's trying to recruit them now, whether they be religious groups or militias or warlords that got their hands on ammunition and explosives. Right? You guys watched the movie with Nicolas Cage, Warlord. That's very, very real. There are people that go around the world selling ammunitions to poor countries. No disrespect. And I think that movie was based on a true story. I'm not sure. All right? So when we see things happening in the world now, and we think that it's because these people hate, or it's a religious thing. No, sometimes these are children that were affected by wars that happened decades ago. The people that were responsible for the things that affected their lives, they might not even be alive right now, but they remember. Folks, we live in very, very scary times, right? And the truth is this: a lot of times we'll think that, for instance, when a nation is involved in conflict with another nation, there are individual groups that were affected by warfare decades ago that want to participate and get in some of the action, right? So when you see a conflict, you will think that it's just this nation versus this nation. No, there are warlords and groups that participate and want to be a part of the conflict because they feel some type of way decades later. They feel some type of way decades later. They lost a mom. They probably lost a dad, a cousin, an uncle, an auntie, somebody close to them, maybe a friend. So when we see wars and conflicts now, you'll think that it's just this nation versus this nation. No, sometimes there's individual groups and parties that are also taking part in the things going on. Scary, but it's true. Scary, but it's true. And you think that we're good, we're safe, it's all good. No, it's not. You don't know what happened to this young man or these or this young lady years ago when she was a child, and what her grandparents told her. You know, one thing I realized with the whole conquering thing and all that, there's always traces of the indigenous group within major civilizations that's been conquered. All right? There's always traces of the indigenous group. They usually hold on to some form of their culture. All right? Even though their complexions might change a little bit, right? Their hair texture might change, no disrespect. But they still hold on to some aspects of their indigenous traditions. All right? You'll always be connected to your ancestors, even though sometimes these conquering groups they try to remove those ideals from you. You'll always be connected to your ancestors. They try to change your language. They'll change your religion. All right? They'll change the way you dress, the way you look. And keep in mind, I'm not trying to be mean or negative. There are recessive and dominant traits when it comes in terms of genetics. There are dominant and recessive traits in terms of DNA and genetics. That is a real thing. I'm not trying to be mean or racist or disrespectful. I'm just being honest. There are recessive traits and there are dominant traits. The most dominant trait on this planet is melanin. No disrespect to anybody. I'm not trying to be mean or insensitive or try to be racist. I'm not. But the most dominant trait on this planet, Earth, is melanin. That's why most of the people on this planet, on this Earth, are brown. Are brown. There's Tutankhamun, clay, like a clay. I think this sculpture is clay, right? But you can clearly see he's brown. There's pictures of myself, brown. Now you see this is what is considered black, right? But in reality, we're all brown people. Around the world, we're brown people. No disrespect. Now, there are some extremely dark-skinned people. Yes, I've seen some. There are some extremely dark-skinned people. Yes. And if any other quote-unquote races was to reproduce with some of these dark-skinned people, their offspring will most likely be very, very brown. No disrespect. I wish everybody the best. I hope everybody's doing good though. Hope everybody's staying positive and being righteous. As for me, I'm doing my best. All right? But I want y'all to keep those two scriptures in mind. All right? It's all about the children. Chosen ones, we are the children of the Most High. We are sometimes loved and disliked because of our shine. We are loved and oftentimes disliked because of our shine. The problem is we don't know sometimes who is trying to hunt us down for our shine. Who wants our shine? And then we're so distracted by the things going on in this simulation, this matrix, this quote unquote world, realm, dimension, whatever you guys want to call it. If you get a chance, chosen ones, watch the Matrix again and look at it metaphysically. Excuse me, the first one. Look at it metaphysically. Like really look at it not as entertainment, but look at it metaphysically. If there's a line or there's a scene that you get you get an epiphany about something, I would say either write it down, discuss it, whatever, even record yourself. All right? Another movie is Dark City. Dark City is kind of, it's an aggressive movie. I don't suggest that movie for kids, only for adults. I don't suggest that movie for kids, only for adults. Right? It's not that type of movie. But if you get a chance, chosen ones, watch that movie metaphysically as well. Dark City. It came out just before The Matrix. I think it came out a year before The Matrix. All right? Then the next movie I want you to watch and break down, and it kind of makes sense to what some of the things that we see happening now, low key. To me, it's some of the things that we see happening now, low key. It's a movie called Risen. It's a movie called Risen. And it has nothing to do with JC. This is an alien movie. It's a sci-fi movie. It is called Risen. I want you to watch that as well, metaphysically. All right, those are the three movies: Matrix, Dark City, and Risen, the sci-fi movie, Risen. All right? Chosen ones, we are children of the Most High. We are loved and we are also hated because of our shine. All right? How much are you worth? Chosen ones, you are Richie Rich. All right? No disrespect to nobody. I'm not trying to be mean or insensitive. The first Richie Rich was the kid. Tutankhamun. Once again, prayers and condolences to people around the world that's been affected by so much things, whether it's war, famine, storms, floods, earthquakes, all the things, all of the craziness, all of the things that's affecting humanity at this time. All right, prayers and condolences. I hope that we can strive and do better, and things can improve, and things can get better. All right. And people that quote unquote in charge can do things to actually help people, because to me at this time nothing is funny. The things happening in the world, nothing is funny. All right, I talked too long. I didn't want to talk too long. Peace and blessings, man. Chosen ones, be safe. Chosen ones, I have to ask you, what are you worth? What are you worth, chosen ones? What do you value yourself as? How much do you think you're worth? What's your value? What is your value? And keep in mind, you are more than loved by your Heavenly Father. So how much do you think that you're worth? You are loved by your Heavenly Father, the heavens. How much do you think that you're worth? And that's for all my tribes around the world. Of the 12 tribes, that's for all my people in the 12 tribes all around the world. All right? The 12 tribes. How much do you think you're worth? How much do you think that you are valued before the sight of the Most High? Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. Honor yourself. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Find value in others. Find the genuineness and the love in others. That's the problem. A lot of people, they don't see the value in human life anymore. They don't see the value in others. But chosen ones, I just want to remind you, to the 12 tribes, we are valued a lot. We are loved by our Heavenly Father. All right, peace. Bye.